On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here we go. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. You look at this Colt defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth, and they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff them.
Airing one out for Boyd. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
12. Hey, can.
Burrow will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Bengals at 7-5 now in the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Trenton Irwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more?
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling.
There he goes, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we?
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st down, Richardson. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he's taken down inside the 30. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's the option. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this 1st half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. You look at this Colt defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
12, 12, 12. Eleven MT.
On third down, Burrow. Dancing to his left. Now Burrow loses the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Richardson to throw off play action. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
18 Rattler.
Here's Richardson to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved though if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So, and now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. He's got daylight. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Richardson off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Richardson looking to throw this. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On the return is Jones. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
I'm fine, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They go play action with Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On one, ready?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Stop.
Here's Burrow. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain of 22.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
11. Stop.
First down. Here's Burrow. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
11, Thomas.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre and post snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Eleven mighty. Stop.
On 3rd down, Mixon sheds off the tackle, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. McPherson's kick is good, and the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Here's Jones on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before? Or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. And that's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 11, Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first-half lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Colts 3.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he's got Pierce. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
First down, Indianapolis.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Richardson looking to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Here's 3rd and 9.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Go! Ready, ready?
And they'll hand off to Hull. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Ready?
Richardson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here we go, here
So
we go.
1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Burrow on play action.
forced out to his left. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 10.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11. Dot.
Burrow will throw. Pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. That is caught. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Pittman's first catch, good for a 1st down.
On the ball.
1st down, Indianapolis.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, it's Richardson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
19 Lions.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Richardson working from the gun. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again.
So no gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Cougar 19.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Here's Taylor again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he goes out of bounds finally, but they're already on the edge of the red zone as he returns this to the 20.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
That's complete to the tight end Sample.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here we go.
2nd down and 4.
11 Thomas. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ready, set.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Richardson to throw. That's complete to Pierce. Pierce has it knocked loose, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. To return is McKenzie. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
44 yards on the play. And the Colts, 1st down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Dragon 60.
Back to the air with Richardson. His throw incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sideline.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 32 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Colts 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
1-1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On third down, Burrow. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Now that's a killer because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
You're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on third, and then the tables turned. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
1-1, ready?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Burrow. Man open, here is Jones. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown! Charlie Jones, 76 yards. And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. He'll get the hook up there to Woods. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Ready, break. Ready.
Off play action, Richardson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw. That complete to Downs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Here's 3rd and 6.
On the ball now.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It's now 4th down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
60 Bobcats.
One last shot for Richardson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati.